as well. Wynn is a pretty amazing person, I have to say, and again, I took the time to read her book, and I recommend that everyone does, because if you want to feel uplifted, she will make sure that you feel that way. I want to give her the opportunity real quick just to tell her story and why she decided to write this book. So go for it, Wynn.
Are you putting me on the hot seat? I guess you're...
Yeah.
Why should we vote for you? Come on, why should we vote for you?
Yes, Jim, so nice.
Yeah.
I have cerebral palsy, and as you can see behind me, I win. I win as a form of therapy for myself after losing my mom a few years back. Sorry, I get a little tongue-tied when I'm confused. And so I win for myself, not ever thinking that I win would inspire people, not ever thinking that I win would come across as an inspirational bio, not ever thinking that I would meet the people I have met through I win, not ever thinking I would be on a journey to be the first disabled iron woman in my life. And so I win for myself. I just didn't realize that I win was going to be a powerful message for those who are able-bodied and for those who have cerebral palsy.
It is, though. I mean, it truly is. It's very inspiring to read about. I don't even know if it's the story, but just the message behind it more than that. You faced a lot of challenges in your life, and one of the biggest things that you've said, even on your blog, because you do your own blogs and you post them to your Google Plus page quite frequently, and I've watched a few of them now. Your message rings true in all of those as much as it does in the book, that you really just want to promote positivity in your own life and for everyone else.
And I hate adult pity parties. You guys know that by now. You probably know that by now. I don't like when adults have pity parties about a hangnail or because every disabled person has the attitude I do. Every single person I have come across who's disabled has the same attitude I do, and yet all these able-bodied adults are having a pity party about their hangnails or whatever.
True.
Or what they can't decide what to make for dinner, so we'll have a mental breakdown on Facebook. I don't know, but that's the message I'm trying to bring, is see the positive in life and live life to the fullest.
Right. Well, so how can you help John with his problems?
Well, I can help John by meeting with him and through my website. For those of you out on SlushHeap.com watching this Google Plus Hangout, I will meet with you privately and let's talk about writing a book, and let's talk about putting your story down on paper, and I'll walk you through the process of self-publishing a book. And so I want to help others who haven't jumped in with 2 left feet like I did at age 24. And so I want to help others out there achieve their dreams of becoming able-bodied author or disabled author for that matter.
Okay.
Wynn, I have a question. One more question for you. I think we look at Elena's book, and she's written 2 books that fall into the genre, and I apologize because I didn't even mention the other one, but she has also written a memoir about raising her son who has special needs. And I often wonder, and I guess it goes out to both of you, which do you think is more difficult? Wynn's writing a second book now that's more fictional based, I believe. Which is more difficult? Is it more difficult to write about your own life, or is it more difficult to use your creativity to create something fictional?
Can I answer that first, Elena? Can I just answer that first? Because I have the better microphone, and Elena... I know you need 5 minutes to type, so I'm going to let you type an answer, and then we'll get on to you. But to answer your question, Dorothy, and that's a very good question, it's very hard to write your bio at age 24 and write about yourself. And the reason why I wrote about myself at age 24 is cerebral palsy is a very hard diagnosis to bring light to. It's a very hard disability to bring light to, and for, I would say, about 23 years, I would say the first 2 sentences out of my mouth are, my name is Wynn, W-I-N, which people didn't get, and then I have cerebral palsy. Whereupon they would give me the deer in the headlights book, and so I just said, okay, enough's enough. Let's write my bio. And after losing my mom a few years back, which I fully admit and I win, I just thought, well, let's leave a legacy to her / my family, who supported me for 25 years with cerebral palsy. And I just thought, okay, let's get the misconceptions about cerebral palsy out of the way. Let's have the insider's perspective on what cerebral palsy is living like with a daily basis, the struggle of cerebral palsy.
I think it's brilliant.
Very
well
good.
said.
Well
and now, Elena answered while she was answering too. Now, Elena, I just want to make sure I'm getting the title right. Her book is called A Boy Named Silas, The First 5 Years. It is a memoir. She said that writing Silas's story was very therapeutic for her, which I think was the same story from Wynn. And it was a big cathartic release. Writing a novel took more work, she'd say, because she had to keep coming up with the story. Silas's story was already being written. It was just a matter of recording it. And then she said, when my son doesn't have CP, but he has a birth trauma incident that left him with many CP-like symptoms.
Yeah.
So,
and also I agree with Elena completely. My story was being written from day one. I just had to take a pen and paper and write it down completely when I got old enough to understand the concept.
Right.
Of CP.
Yeah, so
Okay.
and it sort of takes out the challenge of having to create the story, but in another sense, it's difficult because you have to tell your personal the personal side of you that sometimes you want to keep hidden from people. I think as a human being, or at least I would say that would be the difficulty with it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Wynn, one more thing. You actually taught me a lesson tonight. Okay? You
And
probably don't even
what
realize.
was that?
Well, English is my second language, okay? And I'm looking at your book cover, and it says I, Wynn. and I finally realized what commas were supposed to be used for. Because had you just said I win, it doesn't mean the same thing as I comma win, does it? It's my name is Win.
That's funny. You should mention that.
No,
So
seriously, that is excellent.
I never thought about that until someone mentioned it.
That is good. That is really good, though. I like that.
Well, thank you. And my other claim to fame, you guys, I don't know if you can see my book cover behind me.
Yes, we can.
But I'm a self-taught digital artist. So that was my cover.
Very good.
Very nice.
But I do admit that I win. And Dorothy, I think you put my Fine Art America site on SlushHeap. So I do admit that, and I win. So why not put my cover? Why not put my art on my cover? And what that symbolizes is cerebral palsy's national color is green, and I did that subconsciously without even thinking about it.
How about that?
I put hibiscus on there, and I didn't even realize that I was putting the symbol of cerebral palsy on the front cover of my book.
Very good.
Wonderful.